In Kardmi, the difference between a top tier trader and a casual player isn't just the monsters that they carry. It's actually how they manage their inventory. Most players are wasting resources every single day and not even realizing it. Today, guys, I'm going to be breaking down the 10 resources that you absolutely cannot afford to miss, especially if you want to dominate Season 2. From limited quantity items in the Sundry Shop to event exclusive high tier rewards, this is going to be your definitive guide for it all. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Again, guys, I want to apologize if my voice sounds a little funny. Like I said, I'm currently getting over a little bug or cold, whatever you want to call it. We're going to start off with a couple. I'm going to break this down, I think, because there's 3 or 4 in each section I'm going to do. We're going to start off with a couple, the most common kinds of currency most asked about. We're going to start off with both skill coins and Stargems. So Stargems are going to be available pretty much any way you want to game them. They're mostly going to be gained from daily login rewards, events, challenges, anything you can think of. Most things in this game will grant you Stargems. Now, it's important to note that Stargems can also be purchased with gemlets. I highly recommend you do not ever buy gemlets for the explicit purpose of buying Stargems. Why? Because the game is incredibly generous on the amount of Stargems it gives you. If you do want to spend some money on Stargems, I recommend buying one of the monthly packs that will give you a recurring amount of Stargems and gives you up to 3,000 monthly. I think that is the best bang for your buck if you're going to spend money at all on Stargems. But as I said, they can be used for buying cosmetics at the apparel shop, buying things for your home. If you are interested in the housing aspect of Kardmi, you can also use them to refill some of your energy. I think you can use about 300 gems a day on the Battle Cafe. It is capped, of course. That way you can just spend all your Star Gems on the Battle Cafe. So things like that are what Star Gems are for. Like I said, they're very easy to farm. There's definitely no reason to buy them. Of course, though, if you are interested in buying them, you can convert gemlets into Star Gems. So moving on from there, I forgot to mention something super important. Star Gems are also used for drawing out of the skill machine. And this is important because it transitions into our next resource, which is going to be skill coins. Skill coins are probably, in my opinion, the most important currency in the game because they transition specifically to upgrading your Kardmi via getting skills and adding those skills to your arsenal. These are also pretty abundant. You're going to be able to buy them or get them, mostly from event rewards, and you can buy at least 2 of them from the Sundry Shop a day. I personally never miss an opportunity to run down to the Sundry Shop and grab my 2 a day. But I found that the most efficient farm when it comes to skill coins, and this is going to be, I guess, subjective, and that is because there are limited time cosmetic events that will come to Kardmi eventually, and they are required. You have to use gemlets to draw from them, and they have a decent chance of granting some pretty good rewards, such as a bundle of about 25 skill coins that you can only get once for the event, as well as a bundle of about 30 that you can only get once per the event. But still, this is a great way to utilize this and make it work to your advantage because it gives you just an absolute ton of skill coins at one time. Occasionally, you also have an event like we just had with the Spring Merge event, and you can use currency from that event to also buy an abundance of skill coins. So make sure you keep your eyes open, keep your eyes peeled for when events like this roll around because skill coins are the most vital resource in the game. So anytime an event rolls around that allows you to buy more than 2 a day from the Sundry Shop, definitely take advantage of that because buying 2 from the Sundry Shop is really slow. That's the only way you're going about it. You're going to be accumulating them very slowly. So always keep your eyes open for these rewards. Not to mention that occasionally, Seven Pirates themselves they will give you rewards, like kind of like a loyalty thing. Probably about once every 2 weeks, they'll drop about 5 in your inbox, but that's never guaranteed. Additionally, things like the Black Pagata and the other events like comp and stuff, your placement in that will also get you from like 1 to 5, could be more, could be less, skill coins based on your placement in those events as well. So like I said, definitely take advantage of all the events because skill coins can be earned rather quickly if you're taking advantage of them. Moving on from there, we're going to look at a couple things that you can get from the farm. The farm is easily overlooked, but it holds some really good resources that you can't get anywhere else. So we're going to look at the Royal 12 Spice. And guys, I have been asked about this so many times. The Royal 12 Spice is only earned from a specific event. It is the catch season. You will see there's pretty much always a catch season going. And it'll be a highlighted Kardmi for about a week at a time. And that Kardmi will spawn at a double rate, and their chances for a shiny will be higher. So even if you're not interested in that particular Kardmi, make sure you catch as many Kardmi. It doesn't even have to be that specific Kardmi, but catch as many Kardmi as you can during that week. Because if you end up in the top 10, you will get one of these Royal 12 Spices. If you end up even higher than the top 10, like top 3, you get even more. So what they do is they're needed for specific recipes that increase the effort stats of your Kardmi, and this is really good for those stat chasers out there, or people who are really looking to bump up the stats and the efforts of their Kardmi. So that is how you take advantage of that. While we're at the farm, let's also look at Fantasy Bait. Fantasy Bait is the highest tier bait you can use for fishing. It's going to have the highest chance when it comes to fishing of spawning an alpha, or on some occasions even a shiny. So you definitely want to be using Fantasy Bait any chance you get when you're fishing. When I fish, I don't ever use anything less than a legendary bait, just because I want to encounter those alphas, those shinies, especially if you're hunting for wormy. I know I'll put it down in the description below, but I actually have a detailed guide about the best ways to catch a wormy, the limited Kardmi, when it comes to fishing this season. Again, guys, he's going to be going away season 2. He's probably one of the only like everyday Kardmi that you can catch that will not be returning for season 2. So definitely craft yourself some Fantasy Bait. It just takes some vegetables here at the farm, and go out there and catch yourself a wormy. Moving on from there, let's look at Dragon Gourd. Again, it's going to be probably one of the lowest yield vegetables at the farm. Nothing super special about it, except for it's very low yield. What you're going to do, what you're going to want to accumulate the harvest tickets from harvesting your vegetables and such at the farm. You're going to trade these tickets into Jeremy, and he's going to go ahead and give you the seeds for the Dragon Gourd. Definitely speed this up. Use I would pretty much always water the Dragon Gourd so that you're getting double. They're really one of the only plants that I would recommend using the watering technique on, because like I said, they do have an extremely high wait time, as well as a significantly lower yield than most other vegetables. But they are imperative, and like the Forest Moose and like the larger recipes that are going to grant you more XP per dessert that your Kardmi eat. So they're vital in leveling up your Kardmi outside of a battle cafe. So definitely make sure you're farming, make sure you're planting those Dragon Gourds, and make sure you're watering them for the double yield. Coming up next, let's look at the Sundry Shop in specific. As we've already covered, you could of course get your skill coins here in a limited quantity, but we're also going to see that you can get something potentially equally as valuable. We're going to look at your healing potions, as well as, I guess your recovery potions is what they're called, as well as your supplements. Definitely, I recommend always buying, every time you can log in, making a beeline to Roxanne, grabbing those items from the Sundry Shop daily. Now, you're going to want to get your skill coins, and you're going to want to get your recovery potions. Buy all 3 every day, because trust me, you will need them in the late a later game to the mid to late game, as well as you will burn through them quite quickly. So buying all three is going to really help you. There are stores in later cities like Kimu and Lone Star that offer specific foods that will also heal your Kardmi in battle. But until you get there, definitely want to stock up on these recovery items because they're going to be essential for making it past the arenas in the second and third town. Additionally, you're going to find your supplements here. So let's talk a little bit about supplements. What are they? What do they do? So they come in three different sizes: small, large, and medium. And what they do is they increase the stat efforts of your Kardmi permanently. I know we have season 2 coming up. I've been asked quite a bit about what all resets, what all is lost, what all is kept. So one thing I didn't know and was educated about, one of my fellow viewers on my channel actually educated me a little bit. He pointed out that he had been in contact with the devs directly, and that stats do not reset seasonally. So definitely take advantage of the supplements that you can get. You're going to get these supplements from the Sundry Shop. You're going to get medium and large ones, specifically from event rewards and other things like that. Mostly event rewards is what you're going to get them from, as well as you can get some from the season pass. You can get large supplements specifically for the seasonal catch events. So definitely want to take advantage of that. I'm going to do an in-depth guide talking about stats in general. Excuse me. As well as like personalities and things like that. Probably coming up in the next video, probably the next one I work on. But definitely take advantage of the Sundry Shop. Go ahead and buy your supplements. Go ahead and buy your healing items from them. Definitely never miss a chance to take advantage of that Sundry Shop because you're going to be glad that you took advantage of it. Let's take a look at, let's look at these skill muffins. Skill muffins can be bought from the Trainer Association as well as earned on the seasonal pass and from event stores typically. Skill muffins are a pretty straightforward item. Really all they do is they can be used to upgrade the level of the skills on your Kardmi. Vital, very overlooked, but a vital resource when it comes to Kardmi. They can also be earned at the Battle Cafe. That's just another way to earn them. Normally not really my primary way of earning them. I earn them on the seasonal pass as well as event rewards and the event shops. That's what I would do. I would not worry about using your Battle Cafe energy on skill muffins. Like I said, I'm here at the end game level 80 Kardmi. I've never done that. It's silly to me. But moving on from there, let's look at number 9. These are, speaking of end game, that's a good segue into this. We're going to look at the Breeding Center tickets. So, as you hit Lone Star City, you will notice that there is an NPC that you could talk to pair 2 Kardmi together, have them breed, create an egg. And what you're going to need is, it's not going to cost you any money or any credits or anything in game, but the currency that it will cost you is these tickets. And it will take about 20 minutes for your Kardmi to copulate together and create an egg. So you're going to want to gather these. These are mostly going to be event items, event rewards that you can get. Like I said, events are pretty much the lifeblood of Kardmi. You're going to hear me mention that so many times throughout this video. Definitely take advantage of the events. Anytime you see these little tickets pop up, that these are going to be essential if you want to breed Kardmi together and create eggs. Moving on from there, and this is the last one we're going to cover in this video, it is the Incubator Speedups. And just like farming, eggs can take quite a while to hatch, especially some of the rare variety. So definitely these are going to be earned from the seasonal battle pass, event rewards, things of that nature. Definitely want to stock up on these anytime you see them on the event pass and event rewards and stuff like that. And they're going to help alleviate some of these long wait times when it comes to eggs. Nothing's more frustrating than being really excited to hatch an egg that you think is going to have really good stats, perhaps even a shiny egg, and it turns out that you're going to have to wait, a long time. You're going to have to wait pretty much a whole day to hatch that egg. So definitely stock up on these. But guys, that is going to do it for me. Let me know down in the comments if anything I'm whatever on this list, if you want a more detailed guide about, because that's something I'm going to be trying to work on more recently, is more beginner-friendly videos, more guides, helping people just get in the door, Kardmi, and have a good understanding of the game. Thank you guys so much for watching. This video helps you out, and make sure you smash that like button. It really helps the channel. And I will catch you guys in the next one.